Hello, you wonderful people of the interwebs. I'm the ZodiacLord, and yay, more freaky alien creature things. More gem Pokemon, I guess. Yeah, so I'm back again with more Steven Universe corruptions, more Corruptday Monday stuff. Yay! And today we are featuring Lapis Lazuli. Hooray! Um, so, before I even get started, I want to say that the direction I took with her was kind of a stingray, manta ray kind of thing. Um, and I do want to give a shout out real quick because the idea for this was given to me by Applesauce Cider, who gave me the inspiration for it. And I do want to, I'll read their comments, so this is quoted directly from them. So, they said that you could corrupt Lapis and make her allude to a manta ray. Why? Manta rays are calm but deadly creatures. I think you might be able to allude to Lapis's wings with the manta ray's fins. Are they fins? The next one isn't really a reason, but manta ray's shape kind of looks like the shape of a mirror. Lapis was trapped in, or at least some of them do. And since corruption puts a gem in pain, I just thought that it'd be fitting comparison to how much Lapis suffered in that mirror. And it gave me the inspiration for this. Obviously, I didn't follow it exactly, and I alluded to different things, and I still gave her water wings and, whatnot. And I also kind of forgot to draw on her gem. That was a thing. Anyway, it kind of gave me an interesting idea. There's some other people saying you should include a mirror or whatever in her thing, and I thought it would be an interesting idea. And I thought it would also be very freaky, because yay, corruptions are typically kind of freaky, So, that's kind of what I did, and I thought it would be kind of interesting if, like, Lapis looked kind of like this sort of manta ray, stingray kind of thing with, like, this neck, and then this mirror face that would be kind of like, and it would kind of go along with the fact that her gem was cracked, she had like the mirror-esque eyes. So that's kind of what I wanted to go for, and I thought it was pretty fun. I also thought, like, with other things, like the little fin things, I kind of wanted to allude to, like, her dress in that, and so that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And I also, because I'm going off the idea that the crystal gems, because they live on Earth and they love Earth and all that good stuff, their corruptions would look more Earth-like, more like an Earth animal than, say, the Homeworld gems would. And so that's kind of what I wanted to go for with Lapis, and she's not really a crystal gem. She's more a bit neutral at the time or whatever, that she's kind of half and half. I imagine she would look more freaky alien-esque, with how she looked. And also I thought it would be cool if I went with this, since I went with like the stingray route, if I made her like have these two like sharp looking tails that kind of looked and resembled her the ribbons of her bow in the back of her dress a little bit. So I did that, and I was gonna put her gem on there, but for some reason I totally forgot. I forgot that it's on her back, and you would have seen it. So yeah, I apologize for that. That was a mistake on my part. And I also just want to say I think that the water could have done a lot better. And I don't like how her water wings came out and how her little weird like water fin at the top of her head came out. I don't know. I definitely could have done better with that one. I really could have, but it's whatever. I like it. Besides that, I think I got my point across on what I was kind of going for. I'd also imagine, because something I've noticed in the show is that some corruptions are very small and are probably smaller than their gym that they're corrupted from, and some are way larger. I mean, looking at those two like quartz jasper beast things that Jasper messed with, those things are enormous. I really doubt that the gems were actually that size, and if they were, well, dang, that's those are some big gems, man. So I would imagine that Lapis would actually be relatively like huge. Just in my own, like, in my mind, I just imagine Lapis being like very large and intimidating, kind of, or at least larger than the average person, and that she'd be a pretty big force to be reckoned with, I'd think, you know. And I also want to discuss something interesting about corruption, because I know I can't stop talking about all the people who tell me that my corruptions are wrong. But I did want to like discuss something that I totally forgot was pointed out in like an argument I had, I think from the last one, but like I find like corruption kind of fascinating because like something fun about corruption is that there's so little rules, I think, with corruption, just from what I've seen. I've always like I'll hear it all the time, like people saying like, I know it's to me, but you know, I've seen it other places as well. I've seen people talk about like corruption is this, corruption is that, or whatever. And when in reality, if you look at the show, what rules are there in corruption? Like you could go on all day about how my corruptions look too much like an earth animal, how they don't look like it's something alien, but there was the pufferfish monster that looked just like a colorful pufferfish, you know? There's the heaven beetles, which the heaven and earth beetle, who look a lot like just regular stag beetles, like with fancier colors, you know? So, and then like people can say all the time, like I'll see people say it like that corruptions are meant to be freaky, corruptions are meant to be scary, you know, stuff like that. And yet, again, heaven and earth beetle, those things certainly aren't really that scary, you know? So, I don't know. I find corruption rather fascinating, and I really love seeing what other people do with their corruptions a lot of the time, because I think there's so much room for creativity. I mean, even then, like, originally we thought, like, corruptions didn't have eyes, and then now you have the pufferfish monster, and then you had the kindergarten kid, you know? And then, like, you could look at them and say they're all based on a real-life animal, and then again, the kindergarten kid, I don't know what that one's based on, you know? But yeah, so that's just a random thought I had. Just like corruption to me is rather fascinating to think about. You know, it feels like such an open to interpretation kind of thing to me. I don't know, but anyway. So I also tried something different with this in the way I did the lighting. Instead of making it like just kind of the generic lighting I've been doing for the other ones, I decided to make it kind of come from the bottom, because I thought that would be kind of a cool thing. And then I realized while I was doing it, well, geez, there's not going to be a lot of shading on this, is there? Because, like, her skirt fins, like, block all the light. But you know what? I still thought it came out really cool. I personally like the shaded one more than the flat colors. And for some reason, the shade and the flat colors look, like, totally different. Like, totally different. I don't know how I did that, but, you know. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. There we go with Lapis. And I wanted to make her look freaky, but like pretty at the same time, because something I've noticed is that a lot of people who say that Lapis is their favorite character, it's almost always because she's pretty, which I can't blame them. I think Lapis is just a very pretty design, you know, which I think was intentional. She's pretty, mysterious, whatever. So I was trying to make her corruption rather like mysterious, kind of freaky, and also rather pretty in a weird, freaky sort of way. So, you know, yeah. So overall, I like this. I think the water wings could have been better. I think maybe I could have done something different with those, but you know what? It's said and done. I can't really change it now. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're all having a marvelous day. And next up will either be Jasper or Peridot. Of course, that'll be 2 weeks from now rather than just a week from now, but 2 weeks from now, next Monday after Fuse Day Tuesday, because I'm doing the bi-weekly thing now. It will either be Jasper or it will be Peridot. And also, that was what I was going to address too. I still have people telling me that, like, why would you corrupt Jasper? She's already corrupted. And my response is, do you think that Jasper, if she was corrupted like all the other corrupted gems, would actually be green? That's not me being snarky or mean or whatever. That's just my question. Like, if Jasper wasn't, like, contaminated and she was properly corrupted like all the other corruptions, I highly doubt that she would be green. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you disagree with me, fine, but I'm still gonna do her corruption because I don't think that the green, I think her actual full out corruption will look a lot different than her being contaminated by the other one. That's just, I don't know. I find it weird that people are asking me why am I doing it. Well, A, because I can, and B, I don't. Why would she be green? I don't know. So anyway, that's not me being smirky. If you don't think I should do it, well, that's fine, but I'm still gonna do it. So anyway, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. Next corruption will either be Peridot or Jasper, whichever one I decide to do. I haven't really picked which one I want it to do yet. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry for rambling on. And I will see you in the next video, whatever it's gonna be. Zodiac out.